What's up everybody, this is Master Ian Gamer, and today I've got another quick Overwatch news video. I'll be discussing the unfortunate evidence which may be indicating that we won't see a new hero at Blizzcon after all, and then go over the new Mercy and Ana changes, as well as the possibility of an upcoming Hanzo rework. So without further ado, let's jump right on in. The first big thing I have to talk about today is with regards to Hero 26 and their possible reveal date. If you've seen my previous videos, then you know that formerly I was convinced that we'd be seeing the new hero this coming weekend at BlizzCon 2017. For the full details about this prediction, check out my other video where I talk all about it. Anyways, while the things I mentioned in that video remain true, there is one major caveat to them being released at BlizzCon, which is that as of the time of me making this video, we've gotten no hints, clues, or teasers at all regarding any kind of new hero. Previous new heroes have always been teased with something, at least a couple days prior to them being revealed. But given that BlizzCon opening ceremony is tomorrow, and we so far have nothing, well, that's not a good sign. It is still possible for us to see someone new. Blizzard may have decided to really surprise us with this hero, to the point that they give them no build-up whatsoever until wham, they're here. However, this seems like an unlikely strategy. I don't want to preemptively dash anyone's hopes, but I would recommend just being aware that we might not get everything we were hoping for at this year's BlizzCon. We know that Hero 26 is playable internally.
Hero 26 is very playable and very fun internally, and that's all I'll say. And it's not coming out as soon as you think, so everybody don't think that's a teaser, but Hero 26 is already amazing.
Which means that Blizzard has likely been working on their visual design for the past few months. But given all the new Overwatch League skins that will be coming out, I can't help but wonder if the design team was overburdened and had to backburner the development of Hero 26. Again, this is just speculation on my part, and it may all be unnecessary concern depending on what happens tomorrow. So just keep your fingers crossed and continue to hope for that new healer we all so desperately want. And speaking of healers, next up to talk about is the latest Mercy nerf. On the PTR currently, Mercy's Resurrect has been changed so that it no longer revives the target instantly, but rather now takes 1.75 seconds to fully cast. Additionally, during this cast time, Mercy's movement is slowed by 75%, and the res can be interrupted if she's knocked back, hacked, or stunned while using the ability. However, during her Valkyrie ultimate, Resurrect is the same as it used to be. It has a 0-second cast time, and doesn't slow her movement at all. These changes, at least on paper, seem to be pretty good. They reduce the power of Resurrect, which has still been an issue, even after all the other adjustments Mercy has seen recently. The delayed cast time and reduced movement make the ability more counterable, thus giving the enemy a fair chance at intervening when it's being used. Hopefully this will bring Mercy back to being more on par with the other heroes in the game, and make her less of a must-pick option. It should be noted though that Jeff Kaplan has addressed the process of fixing Mercy, and it's been just that, a process. It takes time to get complicated heroes and abilities to feel just right, so the transitional phase we've been seeing recently is an unfortunate necessity for many cases. The current PTR version of Mercy may not even be the last, so I recommend just remaining optimistic and patient with Blizzard as they try to bring her into a more balanced state. Moving on to Ana, she got a slight buff, which will actually go a long way. Her biotic rifle's damage output was increased from 60 per shot to 70. The big change this brings is that she can now take down a 200 HP hero in just 3 shots instead of 4. Also, she can combo these same heroes with 2 shots from her rifle and then her biotic grenade, which on its own does 60 damage. Blizzard stated that the reason for this change was to try and bring her back up and more in line with the other supports currently in the game, which I think we all agree was something she needed. Beyond just the added power this gives Ana, increasing her damage may have been a sneaky move on Blizzard's part to try and entice some of the game's many DPS mains to play her on occasion, thus getting more people to play support. It's just a bit of suspicion on my part, and I'm not trying to make any statements about anyone. However, I'm sure I'm not the only one who would appreciate seeing some more healers get played more often in their matches, and this hopefully will help contribute to that. And lastly are some rumors floating around about an upcoming Hanzo rework. The idea of Hanzo's scatter arrow needing to be nerfed is nothing new, and people have been calling for it since before the game was even released. However, we finally got some mention of this issue from the big man himself, Jeff Kaplan. Earlier this week, Jeff was answering a number of people's questions on the forums, and one was addressing Hanzo. Jeff responded by saying that they haven't been happy with the current state of Scatter Arrow for a long time now, even as far back as 2014, but that nerfing it would basically kill Hanzo. He ends it with saying that it's something being heavily discussed internally right now, which in the past often indicated some kind of change coming sooner rather than later. Of course, there are no specifics known, and it could still be quite a while before we actually see anything hit the PTR, so I wouldn't get my hopes up just yet, but know that we will likely be seeing something regarding Hanzo before too long. And that will do it for today's Overwatch news. Thank you for watching, and be sure to leave a comment below regarding these new hero changes, and your thoughts about whether or not we'll be getting a new hero at BlizzCon. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit the bell icon to keep up with all my future Overwatch content. This is Master Ian Gamer signing off, and until next time, have a great day.